What's up, YouTube fans? We're back with another Friday Night Live, and today I have a new guest, Mr. Doctor. I keep saying Mr. Doctor, Dr. Diecast.
Hey guys.
Welcome.
Thanks, Mike.
Sanjay from our group here, Transformers ERC. If you haven't joined yet, I don't know what you're doing. You should go join that group on Facebook. A lot of fun there.
Yep. All because of this man.
Mike?
Too kind. It's because of you guys.
Thanks for joining us again, Mike.
No, thank you. It's been a minute, so
yeah,
it's good to get back on.
Well, at least 2 months since you've been on the show.
Yep.
All right, so tonight we're going to talk about displays. I put up a post on my Facebook page, and I asked you guys for pictures, and I got overwhelming amount of responses, over 100 pictures there. I'm going to skip the ones that are just like individual pictures. I really like them. It's cool that people send them to me, but they were just like an individual shot of a bot, like a really cool picture. But tonight we're just going to talk about displays. Like, how do you actually display them on your shelf or wherever you put them? Just for the purpose of getting different ideas. So if you did send me like a solo photo or like a posed picture that was, set up just for that picture, I didn't include those. Also, I got some Marvel Legends, which we're here to talk about Transformers. So thank you for sending the Marvel Legends, but I'm not going to show those just because this show is about Transformers. But everything else we're going to show. So I'm going to start actually with you guys first. So do you have anything you want to show? And Dr. Diecast, since you are a guest for the first time here, I'll let you go first. You have anything you want to show off?
Oh, you mean like new bots?
Yeah, new bots or anything you got?
Yeah, I got a couple of things. Number one, G2 Onslaught.
Awesome.
Just got him in today.
Man.
I didn't realize how big of a beast this guy was. And one of my personal things with G2 bots, especially the Combaticons, I think they're best displayed in alt mode because you really see the camo. So along with that, I got this all-in-one shipment.
Oh, cool.
I know, this looks amazing with the green.
Yeah.
I haven't had time yet, but also got Blast Off, Brawl and Blast Off, but I haven't had chance because you can see here, you can't really appreciate the camo in robot mode.
No, yeah, you got to.
So I'm going to flip them tonight to bot mode, to alt mode. And then lastly, we had talked about this. I was looking for this guy, but vehicle.
Oh, you got him in.
So I got him in, actually at a pretty good price. Thanks to the lead on Facebook. So that's what I got in actually just today.
Oh, you haven't opened it yet? No.
What's that?
I said you haven't opened it yet.
No, I haven't. I got it from this place, Awesome Toys. They're based out in PA, and I think normally he goes for $360. He was $280 there, and they didn't charge me tax. So if you're like some of us who live in a high tax state, you're always looking for that shop that won't charge you sales tax. So It was $280 shipped, so I really can't complain about that.
So the website just called Awesome Toys?
Yeah, it's called Awesome Toys. Yeah, they're a toy store based in Western Pennsylvania.
Okay.
They shipped it out the next day.
So with Onslaught, does that mean you have the entire G2 team now?
Yeah, I do. So I'm gonna have to put that shelf together.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my own tonight. You completed it before I did. So while we're on you, do you want to show you have a brand new display setup, which I think is kind of exciting to see. Do you want to show it off while you're here, or just talk about what kind of setup you have in terms of display?
Yeah. I don't know if you can see the shelving units. Let me try to get out of the way and show them a little better.
Those are floating?
No, they're not. They're these zigzag shelving units. Have a nice modern look. And what I like about them is their length, how they really span, almost 2 feet. So you can get a nice group display in, and you're not confined to a smaller space. So that's what I really like about these, and I can send the link for them. They're from Home Depot. A little pricey. They're about $130.
For how much? For how many pieces?
Well, the thing is, and again, it's hard for me to show on camera, but it zigzags all the way down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So does it create like 4 shelves or 5 shelves?
Well, if you use the top. Sorry, I'm off kilter here, guys. My apologies.
So one zigzag is $130.
No, I mean, so this is the whole shelf. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
Bottom. It's one shelf, and then I stack them together.
Okay.
That's
not bad for that price. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, and I know when you were setting things up, you were showing us pictures of your progress, man. It's very impressive, and congratulations on the new house and everything.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, congrats. Let me say hi to some people in the comments. What's up? I'm gonna get this name right. Mick Lutier J. I think that's it. Mick Lutier J. Gil, Winston, D Puff, Whiskey, Michael Rogers. You're in the comments, even though you're here. Jermaine Sutton, Princeton Failings, Inu Tabby, Big M, David Norn. Anybody else I missed? Vinny. Thanks for joining. So tonight we're going to talk about displays. Mike, I'm going to let you go next.
Sure. Yeah. Honestly, since it's been 2 months, there's been stuff that's been coming in and going out. I got Black Hanzo from DX9, which you did a great review on. And I follow up that piece that was missing. I got an email back from Show Z that they have received my request and waiting on the piece to arrive.
Nice.
And the replacement pieces, the replacement shoulder pieces for the X Transbots Virtus, if you order from Show Z, they are in their warehouse now, and they're going to be shipping them out, I guess, within the next 7 to 10 days. What else did I get? Shoot. Okay. So I had an order from TCP that was sitting in my stash, and I finally got that shipped. So I finally decided to get my G2 groove. And like I said, he's just as good as the first one. The color, when you did your review, like the yellow was pretty bright, but it didn't do it justice until you actually have it in hand, especially with the teal, turquoise. It's really interesting. And like I said, I'm not a G2 fan, but I'm slowly starting to like this group with the crazy colors. With that, I got an oldie, but one that I liked, and that is the Fans Hobby Monster Bot, the Double Cross, and I need to send you the tracking number for that. So that should be arriving up to your place here soon.
Awesome.
And in that order, last thing I got that's Transformers related, I think, is just the MDLX Prime.
How do you like them?
You know, the only thing that kind of bugs me are these little side panels and how, or at least on my copy, the ball pins are kind of loosey goosey.
Yeah, they're annoying.
The designs something it took me a little bit of time to kind of get into, especially with the head, because it seems like it's so small compared to the body,
right?
Especially with like how large the legs are. But it's cool. It has tons of articulation. And with the Nemesis coming out, there'll be good bookends for my desk at work.
Nice.
To play around with. And I think we all got Aussie, and thank you, Sanjay, for the 3D printed extra pieces from that episode.
I totally forgot about Aussie.
I didn't tape it, but I actually transformed him. I did transform Hunk, and it's kind of like what I said before. This year's releases, which surprisingly I've got them all.
Fun to
I enjoy all the Fans Toys transformations this year. I don't know what they've done with the factory, but I mean, they're not critical. Like I said, to when you're in transforming, they kind of blow up.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying them. I've enjoyed each thing that I've picked up. And looking forward to whatever comes out here in the fall, which I guess is Jazz or Mirage or something.
Yeah, me too. Do you want to talk about your display? Like, what do you have back there? You got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, it's kind of ironic we're talking about this tonight. I finally was in the place where I'm like, I need to finish getting all my pieces that I need, and by pieces I mean like how big I'm going to do with my display, because I have a finite amount of space, and for me to control impulse buys, which is very bad right now. If I know exactly how much space I have, I can start breaking down how many figures I can put in a space.
Yeah.
And these are all IKEA Bestas. And then I'm going to have one of my two remaining Decafs. I'm going to have bookend on either end.
Oh, you got rid of some?
I had originally two other ones down here, but my wife is starting a new collection, so I gave her those. So
you don't want to tell people what the collection is?
Oh, I think I said it before, but for those that don't know, she is into Funko Pops. After we went to a toy expo up in Maryland, back here in May, and she always had gotten me like onesie twosie things of like the Marvel Avengers or something, but they just kind of sat up there. But then she's like at the expo, she's like, "Oh, this is great," and all this stuff. So the new challenge is figuring out something like that, because I'm so used to like, right, you can pose these guys, you can kind of pick and choose, and there's such a variety. Well, now we have such a variety of like of these static little things, and it's one of those like, do you want to leave them in the box? Do you want to put them out? So she's kind of like ideated a little bit of a display, and then of course she's like, well, you can just kind of make all this stuff with like the backgrounds. So I already told her I'm behind on my stuff, so now I'm gonna do hers as well. But it's cool in the fact that, you know, kind of like how you guys have set yours up and making it your own. I'm going to try to continue framing everything out and starting to build the contents of each one to kind of tell a story of the figures that I put in there. So cool. Different ways we all display in different ways, and that's kind of what we're going to talk about tonight. So
all right. So since you just mentioned that, we'll talk about. I put a poll in the chat, and I asked, what do you use to display Transformers? 44% bookshelves and billies. So I don't have an IKEA near me, which sucks because I can't get billies. I can't get Decafs. I'm going to look into the thing that Sanjay just talked about because I didn't know they had such a thing at Home Depot. So I'm now interested in getting that because actually I didn't even talk about my display. But I'll get to that. 30% Decafs, so there's a lot of Decafs out there. Custom or floating shelves, 70%, and then the rest are glass cases. What I was throwing in there is like Maja cases and all the other ones that have like, you know, basically glass coverings. So that's interesting. So I want to get into the pictures. I mean, you guys have seen my display a billion times, but I basically just have shelves. I made kind of a dumb decision. I mean, for better or worse, I didn't like shelves below waist height. So everything I have is waist height or above. Problem with that is you run out of space quickly because I had to go horizontal. So this is a really long wall. It actually goes a little more this way and a little bit further that way. And now I don't have any space, you know, vertically. So I might go another shelf below it, but I just don't want to go too low. So that's the danger of floating shelves is you got to put shelves a little bit lower.
So quick question with your displays and with the floating shelves. Did you determine a pretty much, obviously maybe you have here with your display, but what was your determination on an average height or space in between each shelf?
The height of those backgrounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 15 inches is the height of those.
You know, that's really funny. I was going to say 15. I think for Masterpiece Transformers to really appreciate them, you need 15 inches. So this top shelf, and there's a difference in the heights, but this top shelf is 15 inches tall. I almost wish all of them were that same height. It alternates from 15, and I think the next one down is 11, 15, and 11. But that 15 is really a sweet spot for Masterpiece Transformers. Because you can see Jetfire's up there, and he has plenty of space, and he's not cramped at all.
11, I'm just looking at it closer. 11 is good for, like, car bots. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I have the Seekers here, and but it's like, for instance, when I had Onslaught in robot mode, he wouldn't even fit here because of the cannons on his back. Because I was determining, do I put him in robot mode? Do I go my original plan for alt mode? And he didn't fit on my shelf in robot mode, so he had to go in alt mode. But honestly, I'm glad you brought that up because I found myself 15 is the magic number for Masterpiece Transformers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's get into some of these pictures. I'm putting another.
Yeah.
Sorry, while we're talking, I was putting another question in. So we got a lot of pictures, and let me share them. Thank you to everyone who shared. Unfortunately, I mean, either through laziness or just lack of time, I didn't write down everybody's names. So thank you for submitting them on my Facebook page. I just didn't have time to go through and label them all. So thank you in advance, if you did submit a picture.
Yeah.
So these are legends, right?
Okay.
I didn't get a lot of legends pictures. This is one of very few that I got. And I think what I can say about legends is they look good clustered, whereas Masterpiece doesn't. They actually look good like that.
Okay.
I kind of like them together.
They do look cool, and like you're saying, when they're kind of together, this kind of looks like the high school or college group shot, and the dynamic.
Graduation.
I guess the way that the things are scaled up. Whether I can't tell if I think there's like they're sitting on top of books or something.
It looks like a wood desk,
Okay.
But then there's a couple MPs in the back which are taller.
Okay, that's what it is in the back. All right. Yeah. See, now I had legends to start with, but I decided to stop going that route.
Yeah.
And yeah, the thing is that they're really cool when you have a substantial number like this image shows. Like you said, because you can kind of build and frame around the figures. Right. Me, I only had like maybe 3 or 4, and it was really tough to get a good feel on where I wanted to go with it. So, it's cool.
They're definitely hard to display. But I like how he did. He's got the smaller ones in front, a little bit bigger, and then the MPs in the back to kind of give it a, pyramid shape. Mm-hmm. So I got 3 kind of together, and I don't have a lot to say. Just it's a little too crowded for me. By the way, tonight I'm going to try not to critique the pictures. What I'm looking for is what can we appreciate about it. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of characters here. I can say that. He's got a lot of characters. He's covered a lot of ground in this.
Yeah, and the angle that this person took the picture, I can see he or she's trying to make a really dynamic statement with it, which is cool. I mean, that builds the presence.
It goes pretty high.
That's neat. Yeah,
it's stacked pretty high. I think there's a couple more like that. Mm-hmm. This is a very tight picture, so I don't know what's on the out edges of it. I kind of like the way it's done. You got the smaller bots in the front.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like he has either DX9 Blitzwing on the one side there.
I think so.
Yeah, but that's a good symmetrical display with having Blaster and Prime sitting in the back there because they're kind of they're obviously very similar in height.
Just hard to see. I don't know what the rest looks like, but I like what I see there. So here's a bookshelf kind of display. And my problem, so this is my personal issue. I hate the bottom shelf of any display. It doesn't matter what it is because you can't see it. How do you see the stuff on the bottom shelf?
So one of the only way I could work around that is my bottom shelves are all alt modes. So they're low profile objects, so when you walk in, your eyes look down and you're already looking at a very low laying figure. So all of my bottom shelves are alt modes.
Do you bring them close? Do you bring them close to the edge?
Yeah. Let me see if I can show you guys here. Die Rugger here. Are you able to see here?
Okay, so you made them short.
Yeah. So well, again, the way these shelves are also, and it doesn't help me out. The 11-inch shelf is on the bottom.
Yeah. Okay. So what I mean is, sorry, the figures you put there are short in terms of height, so you can still see them even though they're on the bottom shelf.
And they're specifically they're all alt modes.
Yeah.
So when DS came out, I flipped all my make toys into jets.
Okay.
So let me see if I can swing over here and show you. So I have my movie cast as alt
That's
modes.
a good idea.
That's
Down.
really cool.
So
Yeah, I like that.
So I have Decepticons, and then sorry, I'm in the way. But over here, I also have my
Movie
knee.
box.
Oh, I see your.
Yeah, and I have all of the Autobots in alt mode as well.
That's
So
cool.
That's
I
what
like
I
that.
do. All my lower shelves are all alt modes.
Yeah, I really like that. But that's always my problem. So any picture, it doesn't matter what you sent, no matter how good it is, I always hit the bottom shelf. I kind of like what Sanjay just showed us. I like the idea of low profile things.
Mhm.
But other than that, that's pretty cool.
Or Legends, put Legends on the bottom shelf if you have
Because they're
them.
short. Yeah.
Because they're short, and when you walk in a room, you look down, and you can,
Right.
because they're short, you can appreciate them on that bottom shelf.
This one is interesting because I haven't seen a lot of people display comics on the top.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So-
that's really unique.
That's kind of the first time I've seen something like that.
I like it.
I do too.
I like mixing the media, and you guys have done the same thing with Sanjay with the Transformers poster along with it, and Sonia, I know you display the collector's cards and boxes and such. So that's
So one thing here, and I can't tell, is that a duct? Those are on.
which ones you're saying they?
The comics are those on a duct or are those on a bookshelf? I can't tell.
I think those are on a floating shelf.
No, it's a wall. It's just a wall.
So it's a wall, but behind that, because of its shape, that's an air duct.
Yeah, probably.
Like,
Most probably, yeah.
And I think in the chat, fans they got that gentleman's post or picture that we're looking at right now. He is in the chat and explaining that those comics are taped to the wall. So they're probably plastic bags.
Right. So this is fancy Cinegang. So I have a similar issue, especially if you're displaying a basement. You have a lot of ducts like that, where the drywall is around a duct, and you dare not drill into that to put anything. So that's a great idea because I have a similar thing in my transformer room. I have this duct, and I'm like, it's like, what do I do? So I might have to use a page out of his playbook. I have the recent Shattered Glass comics, and if you tape them to the wall, then because again, you dare not drill into that because God knows what you'll hit.
Okay. He says yes, it's an air duct, so you nailed it.
All right, nicely.
No, because I have this problem. I have this air duct in this room,
Right.
and I want to do something with it, but he just solved my problem.
The other thing I like is the characters are on the comic, so that's really cool.
Oh, I just now noticed
really?
That's really smart.
I don't see this one. I don't see
Raiden.
But that's really neat. All right, I don't want to stay here too long because we got a lot of pictures to go.
But very, very nice display.
That's great.
I really like it.
Good idea.
This is another what do you call it? Step ladder type of display.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So smaller figures in front and then taller until you get the biggest ones. It's a good way to display a lot of figures in a small space. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a lot in a very tight spot, but it does make it look tight if you do that. But you can fit a lot.
In your opinion, both you guys. Now, obviously, if space is finite, this can't be avoided. But if you had the ability and you are collecting various, I guess, sizes or types of Transformers, say MP, Legends, and like this one here, it looks like it has a couple G1 or G1s. Will you mix and match? Would you mix and match an MP with like a Chug?
Yeah, I mean, I do.
Okay.
But you need to balance the display.
Right, because I remember you were showing ironically, the War for Cybertron Quintesson. You have that as your representation for your display.
But I raised it up because it's too small.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I have one shelf like that. It's a Shattered Glass Prime shelf I showed you guys.
Mhm.
So it's all representations of Shattered Glass Prime.
Okay, and
Yeah.
that's a good variant, right? You're saying is if it's a
Yeah, 'cause I have
character.
Legends on there. I have
Character show.
Chug scale and then MP scale also, and then actually I have one Doctor Wu figure there.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay.
These next ones are not displays, and the reason I know that is it's got the same table and the same background. So I don't want to. It's not really a display, so I'm going to kind of skip it. But
Okay.
I do like the combiners, but it's obviously not where it goes normally, right? Because I got 4 or 5 pictures with the same table and the same
yeah,
background.
that's kind of his photo area.
Photo
Yes.
area, yeah,
So
Yeah.
So which Abominus is that?
Like toys.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
custom.
I would
Yeah,
say one. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely goddamn gorgeous. But
looks good.
trying to find those unique toys combiners are hard. It's really tough now, especially that Hagen, which is their cutthroat
Yeah,
is hard to get your hands on. But you can use the TFC version,
and
which is what I was able.
really?
Big Bad
Okay.
Toy Store had because the Like Toys guys realized that I don't know what it is with that set, but the Hagen's hard to find, but you can use a TFC cutthroat.
All right, I'm going to move on
Cool.
since this isn't a display.
Right.
So this is another one of those stepped displays.
Yeah, it's good.
It's
It
a
just
little
needs more
dark,
light.
so it's hard to see. But
Yeah.
I like the step display. It's just because of the way you took the picture, it's hard to tell what's going on. So this is, at first I thought this was a photo shoot, but then I realized this is a diorama.
Okay.
So he's got the mountain, he's got the arc in the back, and then
Yeah,
obviously
it's gorgeous.
put the Dinobots.
Yeah, nailed it.
And I think that's why I like working in it and building the dioramas and stuff, because that to me is creating a story. It's helping.
Yeah.
That one little, it's putting that extra step from these characters that have such life in them as it is.
And Dinobots are challenging in the sense that you want them all in one area, and they're big bots. And I know people do the DTOF things where they split them up, but I really think it takes away from that impact factor when you see them all together, in one cohesive setup. So this is nice. Yeah, I don't like when they're on 2 different DTOF shelves and they take out the glass in between. It just takes away from like this wow factor that you get seeing them all in one space.
Okay.
While we were going through pictures, I did a little poll, so I want to show that one. And this is interesting. So I asked, how much money do you spend on displays? 63% said 100 to 500, 30% 500 to 1,000. There's 4% 1,000 to 2,000, and then 4% 2,000 plus on displays, which is wow.
Please send your pictures. I want to see.
Yeah, we got to see those pictures because that's going to be some nice furniture or some nice display pieces.
Or it's just a huge plethora of shelves.
Oh, it might be a lot. Yeah, it might be a ton of shelving.
Well, when you take shelves and you add the lighting in and other little, wall art things like that,
up.
It quickly adds up.
Yeah, there was a question someone asked earlier about what type of lights we've used in our displays. So I don't know if we want to take a second to answer that.
Yeah. Why don't we talk about that? I mean, mine are off Amazon. Every time I do a collection video, I post the link to mine, but they're not good for DTOFs, so it doesn't really help the DTOF folks. But you guys can talk about your lighting.
Okay. You can go ahead first, Sanjay, if you want.
Yeah, so one thing with going with these shelves, I like these shelves because they're modern. They have that glass pane. They're open. They're airy, but there's no back to them. So that's up against a gray painted wall. And the issue is I had to choose a lighting that does not have any wires because the wires would just been hideous. So I have rechargeable puck lights. They come with a adhesive magnet, and then this sticks to the magnet.
Cool.
Yeah, I haven't had to charge them yet. I do have kind of a USB, like you can put like 8 in, and you can charge multiple at a time.
Nice.
The only issue with this is the adhesive. Here's the adhesive here. Well, once you take this off, it still, I've had them fall, and I've super glued them, and they've still fallen, and then I know they're a pain in the ass, but like I painted myself in the corner with these shelves, um, um, and then I taped them, and they've stayed still, but because of that, I painted myself in the corner, but
That would drive me insane though.
and they're
Having
retarded.
them fall off.
What's that?
I said that would drive me insane having them fall off.
Yeah, I mean, I've been fortunate that they didn't hit, like my G2 Dinobots that are,
Right.
Probably the most precious thing in my collection. But it's scary.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining as a member. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome, Chris.
I don't know if he got a free one or if he joined, but either way, thank you. All right, next one.
Mhm.
So I don't know what this furniture is, but it's like cubes of display space.
It looks like a Calyx, a Detolf, not Detolf, an IKEA Calyx maybe.
Another IKEA.
Yeah.
So here's where I think Legends have a problem, because you're stuck with this space because you've got this furniture obviously, and it's a certain size. Like all of them are the same size, and when you look at the non-combiners or like the retail figures here, they don't fill the space. So it seems unbalanced. Like you've got these guys are really kind of filling the space, and then these are like really small. So you almost have to like mix them together in order to make it work. Like this one kind of works because it's like stepped up and they sort of fill the space. You got a lot of small stuff on this one.
Yeah, this is one of the instances where you have depth and you're using dark furniture. It just, I think this is where one of those key things where you need to kind of put some sort of lighting system to help bring these characters out, because again, you got all these colors, and sometimes when you start when you have the shadows hitting them and whatnot, you're going to miss having some of the figures in there.
Now this one is pretty nicely lit, or maybe it's just the lights.
It's just the light from the front, I think.
But that one, it's a good mix.
Hmm?
And I can see he's got the risers, so he is trying to create like different levels.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Anything else to say about this one? I'm going to move on.
I do like that Skylinks next to that Superion. I think that's a really nice scale. I'm not sure, is that an Earthrise Skylinks next to the Zeta Superion?
Yep.
Mini?
That's
cool. I really like that.
Yeah. I know a lot of people now who mix their stuff together. They mix the scales. They have retail stuff with MP, with Legends all together in one display.
There's a guy on Facebook, Perfect Scale, who does a lot of that.
Yeah.
Cool.
For that exact purpose.
No, we don't have context in this display because we got a single shelf here. But I do like this. I like the one theme, just Beast Wars all together.
Yeah. This is the G Tony appreciation shelf for his Beast Wars love.
And it's spaced well, I think you can get a great display with just a couple figures.
Right. My only thing is I can't see Black Arachnia. I'd like to have her a little bit higher, but other than that, I really like this shelf.
Yeah, and there's a good mix with posing. Rat Trap could be posed a little bit, but I like that you have them in some sort of dynamic faux posing.
That always helps.
Yes.
That's one I'm going to skip because there's more light toys, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, this one I'm not sure if this was taken as like, hey, here's a pose, or if this is actually on a shelf somewhere. I really can't tell. But I feel like it. It's a really cool like group shot.
Yeah, one thing I want to bring up, I know it's nice to put the taller Transformers in the back and work your way down, believe it or not, even getting the taller ones on the back on some risers makes a big difference. In all of my shelves, even like my season 1 Arc Crew, I still have Prime, Trailbreaker, Ratchet, and Ironhide. They're in the back, but they're all still up, and you'll be surprised how even having the taller figures up really, and then you can really see Prime's chest open nicely. He went through all that trouble to show Prime like that, but even a small riser would really bring that to a better impact.
Okay.
Or leave a space.
Yeah, or leave a space, but having tall.
I'm not sure though if this is a shelf and it's got the background and they're all posed there, or if they set this up, took a picture, and then moved them back somewhere else.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I'm not sure either way. I like the look of it.
Mm-hmm.
This is another mixed. Well, sorry, no, we got all legends here, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Legend. So these are tighter shelves, which I think is good for legends. You got the smaller width between. And then to fill the space, you put it up on risers. So I like that. Got a combiner down here. It's not bad. A little blurry. I'm going to skip this because it's another pose for pictures. So here's a Unicron, which I think people have found really creative ways to display Unicron.
Yeah, no, they have.
This is cool because it kind of takes up a corner space.
I like it.
And you have, another Unicron over here with the movie poster, kind of like you, right? Unicron and then a movie poster.
Yes, yeah. I have HasLab in Planet Eater mode, and then I have Zeta, and I just think the Zeta robot mode is just, it's just stunning.
Yeah, it's really good.
And especially now with Primus coming out, it's all the more reason to have them.
Yeah, so this whole display is movie stuff, right? Literally everything here.
Sorry, I was reading Larkin's response to T-Man's question.
Oh, hey, what's up, T-Man?
It's very witty.
What's up, Larkin? Thanks for joining.
Yeah. I really like this one, and I like how the lighting, because how the light bounces off of the angle there. I guess we're in the room space. It's just really cool. That definitely has a presence, and I like it. So whoever's pictures does amazing job.
Just two quick things I want to mention. For Detolfs, there is a Detolf customized lighting set called Luke Lights. And they have been sold out for some time, but they're coming back in stock second week of September. Google Luke Lights. It's a really slick, simple kit for Detolfs, LEDs. And then the one thing, this is a very nice display. The one thing I would change is his overhead light is like a warm light. I would maybe get a 4 or 5K LED light bulb. When I moved in, my overheads here are all 4 or 5K LED because it gives that nice bright light instead of that warm light. I think it displays a little better.
I also like that this is very focused. It's just the movie. It's only the movie. Sometimes less is better too. All right, let's move on. This is basically all Fans Toys. Another focus shelf, just Fans Toys stuff, pretty much.
I'm a big fan of white shelves. Wood is less preferred than black. Than the white shelves. I think with the LED lights really pops.
Yeah, because then you don't have to do as much work lighting it.
Yeah.
Right, when it's white.
Right.
Yeah, it's not too much to say, but I think that's fine. All right, here's a movie shelf. So these are all Bumblebee movie figures, basically. And I think it works. I like it.
Yeah. That Mega Tank's a huge figure. And it's well spaced because I have mine in the Detolf, and he occupies the whole shelf.
Black Convoy says, I use candles to light my figures. No. I'm guessing that's a joke. Yeah. Larkin says, I just throw stuff on my shelf. I throw my stuff in the shelf.
That's hilarious. Like candles.
Big M says I need to redo all my shelving. Probably just going to build customs. T-Man says he's going to do a posing tutorial. Yeah, let's see it.
With all
Yeah.
Super 7 figures, T-Man. That's your challenge.
This sounds silly, but at least with my 1/12 scale collection, I just look at the box because they have all the poses on the box, and I'll copy the pose that I like the best. You could probably do the same with Transformers, truthfully, but that's my inspiration for my 1/12 scale.
These are mostly 3-0, right? So this is something where you could do what you just said, right? Get the pose off the box.
Yeah, I'm sure you can. Yeah.
Okay.
But I really like this because
booklet.
it's kind of themed and they filled the space completely,
Mhm.
right? But not overfilled.
Yeah,
I
I like it.
This is a continuation of another one, so I'm just gonna skip it.
Okay.
We already looked at that one. So again, this is out of context because it's part of a bigger collection.
Mhm.
You can kind of see there's some like other stuff in there, some Beast Wars and stuff like that. But
And this kind of goes back to what you were saying, Sanjay, about just kind of elevating some of these figures to kind of break up the stances and also utilize that space, especially with the challenge we have with DTOS if you're not using like a 3-0 figure or something that large. So.
See, this is why I hate bottom shelves. Because in order to see at least 3 of these figures, I'd have to bend down and look at it.
Yeah, I mean, it's what just put on a riser.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not knocking this display. I just mean in general, I hate having to. I like what you did. I'm actually not
again. That's the only thing that I found. Either you put like books or comics on a bottom shelf, or you put alt modes where they're low profile. You walk in the room and you can appreciate that low profile figure, or maybe Legend.
I'm seriously considering going and getting one of those Home Depot things now. All right, this is a pretty wide display, so he's got what you just said, but on the top. I think these are the Transformers collection boxes, like collection 0 through whatever.
No, I mean, isn't that like a Diaclone powered convoy up top? Is that what I'm looking at?
Well, no, yeah, these are graded or whatever. They're in a box.
So there's like the trade paperbacks up there?
No, those I'm pretty sure. Somebody in the comments correct me, but these are
I see. Yeah. The Transformers reissues, right?
Yes, the collector's boxes.
Okay.
And then here he's got backgrounds. Are these DTOFs? I think they're DTOFs.
Yeah, they're DTOFs. Yeah. Again, just look for those Luke lights. They're $35 per DTOF, so it's not bad, and they're coming in stock next week. It says, and they're a very simple way of setting up the lighting.
I don't know what this is right here. There's something set on top of the DTOFs.
That's the thing I've struggled with. I have one Transformers DTOF, and I now have something on top of it, but I try to avoid it. But I think sometimes with all the stuff we have, it's just something's going to end up on the top of the DTOF.
Larkin lives in Hawaii. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any
Home Depot there.
I don't have IKEAs in Hawaii either, Larkin, or in New York either. So
like Hawaii, except it's cold and terrible.
Nano leaf panels.
Except it sucks.
Have you guys heard of nano leaf panels?
No,
I would have to Google that.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up later.
Nano leaf. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for the suggestion.
Here we got some glass shelves. So this looks like it. I've never seen shelves like this. It's like fully glass, but there's no glass cover across the front. They're really wide too.
Yeah, I mean, I like a long display like that.
Yeah, me too.
I like having group shots. Have all the ARC crew. Second season. I have my season 1 and 2 Decepticons all along the top. I just think it just brings a nice presence in when you can get a well-spaced long shelf like that.
Oh, I think It's hard to tell, but I think this is one of those where you've got the
Brackets.
yeah, you got brackets, and then you have a long glass shelf instead of like the
That's
wood
heavy,
shelves.
man. He's got to have those in studs or something.
Yeah, because this is going to be heavy.
Shelf.
I do like the length though, because
Yeah.
the problem with IKEA Decafs is you're bound to that little box.
Yeah, it's tough.
So I haven't.
Those have gone up in price. They're $100 now. They used to be like 60.
Yep.
So, so these Home Depot shelves, when I say 130, you're paying $30 more than a Detolf, and I think you're getting more.
Yeah. In Literature, you can always sit on the floor to appreciate the lower shelf. Yeah, I could do a deluxe. I could be like deluxe and play on the floor.
He can sit Indian style.
So
what a racist.
Memo. Sorry, I'm not going to be able to get more picks. I don't even know if I'm going to get through these, to be honest. But thank you for sending them. Let's see. Beast Wars. Got a lot of. Oh, this is the same. Sorry, this is the same display, but next shelf down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, you know what this is? Is this one of those trophy cases? Like high school trophy cases?
Oh, possibly.
No, because look, he's got the bracketed shelves behind it.
Yeah, but I think it's bracketed into the frame of the display.
Okay.
Oh, you think there's a case?
The whole case is like a trophy case.
I don't think any one of us had an athletic trophy in our high school trophy case, but that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, I like it. I kind of like this
board there.
I like the piece of furniture because it's long.
Here too.
Yeah.
I just noticed. Look at this scene. I just noticed this scene. At the Maximals, and they're battling with the.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
That's pretty good.
That is.
Lark fucking. Excuse me. Such a terrible question.
What's the weight limit on the Decafs? I don't know.
Yep, it's 3.5 kilograms per shelf.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's on the specification. If when you click product details, it's on there.
How much? What is that in pounds? Like 2 something.
It's a little more than that because I know on my Detolf I had maybe like
just check the IKEA website.
8 or 9 MPs sitting on a shelf at one time.
Okay.
I gotta be honest. Those Detolfs are well built. That tempered glass, I've had some building mishaps with Detolfs, and I thought that glass was going to shatter, and it didn't.
If I could buy them, I would, but I can't.
See, I got 2 here in Maryland.
Well,
I'm jealous.
Well, we can talk later, but I can always ship some here, and when you come down, you can pick them up.
So that's the problem: is transporting them is near impossible. So if I go somewhere to get it, I need to have a vehicle that's going to fit.
Because say like if you have a car, if you have the back seats that can fold down, you can actually reach the trunk space to slide it all through.
You should be able.
I have a stupid car that doesn't have seats that fold down. Anyway,
okay.
This is actually really big, so you can't tell, but this is the Lewin Resources Prime. And then he's got a 3D printed Ultra Magnus, 3D printed Rodimus, I think, and then a 3D printed Soundwave. And then I can't tell which turtle van that is, but it's not Transformers anyway. I kind of like it, but I don't know what's behind it. It looks like cartoon characters or The Simpsons or something. But it is The Simpsons. I think it is The Simpsons.
Yeah, just bring Rodimus out front. I don't know why he's tucked away.
Yeah, he could fit right here, right in front.
And the 3D printed figures are cool. Right?
He's got some foot soldiers. He's got some Mario stuff. He's got some turtle stuff.
Oh, Horde Warriors from Master of the Universe. So,
what, these?
Yeah, those are Hordax robotic warriors down there by Prime's feet.
Oh. So it's big. It's pretty good mix of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on. This looks a lot like the furniture you have.
It is. It's related to. It's I think very similar company, but the reason I didn't go with these shelves, very modern, very cool, but the shelf just cuts off, which limits your display. You know.
Sorry, I had to take this comment. I think this is true for half of us. My back is too messed up to appreciate the lower shelf. Mine is too. And I'm curious. Let me switch really quick to the poll. So I asked about lighting, just to see what people use, and we got 56% said LED strips.
Yeah.
24% said no lighting. 15% wireless puck lights, and then 5% spotlights.
Okay.
The LED's kind of taking the win on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the puck lights are kind of newer because the previous ones were battery powered, right?
Yeah.
And I think people didn't really want to keep replacing batteries over and over and over. But now that they're wireless, rechargeable, I think that's a new way to go.
You can just buy like a multi-port USB charger, and you can, like I said, I can charge 8 of them at a time.
Right. And you said it lasts a long time, right?
Yeah, like I actually haven't charged any of these yet. Maybe after tonight I'll need to, but so far no.
So what do you guys think about this?
I mean, it's good. Again, as I was saying earlier, I personally like all my Dinobots on one level all together, and that's just maximum impact.
Yeah.
And it's hard to have Swoop on a bottom shelf, you know, because he's so up. It's a high profile figure on the bottom shelf.
Yeah, I always put him on his flight stand because.
Yeah.
Oh, wait? Yeah, Giga Power came with a flight stand, right?
Yes.
So I would
think
put him
that's
on a flight stand.
I could be wrong, looking at it again, but.
Oh, you know what? It might be too wide to fit with these other two guys around it. Because I remember the big Giga Power stand is gigantic.
Yeah.
And it's like lighted too, right? It's like
Mhm.
bold.
Yeah, but I really like this overall. I just love the way.
No, it's sharp. Like I love that glass. Just.
Oh, this, yeah.
Yeah, just makes it feel open.
Yeah, I actually don't like the glass in front, which is why I never got Decafs. But I don't mind it on the sides. I think it looks fancy.
Now, yeah, what I did with mine, I took foam core from like a dollar store and just cut it to length. So at least it cuts back on, if you're looking at it from the front, the reflection from the back isn't coming back. You see that as well. So
I really like what they did here. I don't even know how they did this.
Yeah, this is Vince's. It's great.
this is sharp.
He's got his Detox rays. They're lit.
How do you do this?
A variety. I think he custom made it.
Like, it's off the ground though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's obviously bolted into some studs. Named Mike Rogers.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a good use. So first off, it solves the problem I have, which is the bottom shelf. Right? You got the bottom shelf almost 1.5 feet in the air. And then there's no bottom shelf. I don't know how he did it, but it's just floating in space.
Yeah, he's putting floating shelves.
Oh, these are floating shelves. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But this isn't.
He's got that one secured, because if you put that darker shelving unit on there with figures, that's a good amount of weight sitting on that
right,
that floating shelf area. But
so whatever this is.
That's a really cool looking display. So.
And then, did you notice the top, Mike?
I can't see. What's he have up top there? Oh, bravo.
Some pops. Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
No, I think they're Transformers pops. It's hard to see.
Yep.
They look like Transformers pops. It's a good way to display those.
Mm-hmm.
It's across the top. Yeah, I really like this. I love how he solved the problem of the bottom. And he's got this really cool, it just almost looks like magic because it's just floating in space. And then these floating shelves almost don't even look like it because of the way he has it spaced perfectly.
It's symmetric and diverse at the same time.
Yep. You said you know whose it is?
Yeah, it's Vince's.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, great guy. Great guy.
Very nice.
And it looks like John Berkmeyer was
Yeah, this is John.
was
Yeah.
the gentleman that did the
Oh, the movie
Unicron.
collection. Yeah, thanks for sending it in. Yeah, I really like that one. All right, here's another one where you got all Decafs, and then they've got the plane or the jets on the top, which is kind of a cool way to do it.
Yeah.
Again, though, man. So I don't know. I don't know about putting the combiners on the bottom. I feel like I can't see them, or like I need to fly on the floor. I need to pull the deluxe.
That's a challenge because I know for mine, you obviously have to adjust that last shelf and bring it up so you have enough space for the combiner to go in. So now you have this interim space in between that's like great for alt modes or if you're going to put some mini bots, but even then it's still a little tight. So that's one of the sacrifices you have for making sure that you have your combiner in there.
Yeah.
I don't know if adjusting and putting them in the middle would be a different aspect because I think like if you have them on the bottom, that helps. It's settling the foundation of the displays. What's this question? Take extra measures to keep your bigger bots secure and stable. I put my DX9.
Put the big bots on top. Does he have enough clearance for that? Maybe not.
You're saying on top of the DTOF?
Yeah.
I don't know if he has enough space to sit him up there.
Yeah.
I almost feel like if you had the space, I'd switch them around. I'd put the jets on the bottom and the combiner on the top.
Fancy, do you take extra steps to keep your combiners secure and stable? I have my DX9 Minosaur. He sits in the bottom part of this DTOF over here. And I don't have any issues with him being unstable. And again, that's in a DTOF. If you're talking like we were just saying, putting him on top. I'd do something to secure him down.
I haven't had a combiner fall, but one thing that could help is doing the rubber things on the bottom of their feet, which prevents them from sliding. Because that's usually how they fall. Their feet slide and then the legs open up. Sanjay, you got some kind of feedback on your mic. I don't know if it's us talking back into it or you're moving something.
Maybe I was too close.
I don't know. But yeah, I like this. It's the same old problem. Nothing personal against the display. I hate the bottom. I hate having to not like I can't see their heads. You know? All right, here's another one. There's a lot of primes and Megatrons and Shockwaves.
Yeah, this is very much character theme, which that's cool because, like I said, this individual has everything really mixed, and he's using that old G1 grid backdrop, and that's really cool too.
And he did the Sanjay thing. He put alt modes along the bottom, right? Low profile. And then these are stepped. So is this SG shelf for you, Sanjay? Yeah, it is. A little bit.
It's his purple shelf.
Purple shelf, yeah. That's a lot of Shockwaves. I like this a lot. I really like how it looks. I don't know what these shelves are. It looks like a custom one-off thing. I don't think I've seen this before.
Follow up with a question here to you, Sanjay. Basically, Fancy was saying his question was based on the X-Transbots Minosaur combined. Now you have him. Do you have him as is in his combined mode? And how stable is it?
But I have the Like Toys feet, which makes him a little more stable. And also it flips the bars in the front. My combiners are on my top shelves. I have all of them with the little knee bend. And I actually have them tilted back against the wall. So the wall is actually supporting them.
Okay.
And I haven't had them slide out from under themselves.
Yeah.
Doing that. But that's a great idea. I might actually get... You mean that rubber adhesive you would put it like on a area rug to prevent an area rug from slipping?
Well, Zeta used to give it with their combiners. and you like Superion, for example, came with the rubber pieces, and you just stick them on the bottom of the feet, and then they don't slide.
Cool.
So they don't all come with it. But I really like this. It's a one-off furniture, so I don't know how you would get it.
Hmm.
It looks like a tool thing, right? Because it's got a pegboard in it. Actually, I don't know what this is. I like it though.
Maybe it's a gun shelf.
Oh.
I was joking.
I don't know, but I like it. He's got lighting in there too, by the way. You can see he wired some lighting.
But lots of Prime and Megatron love. That's cool.
Yeah. This is mainly a bookshelf, but then display along the top. Mostly masterpiece stuff.
This is called a marriage display.
Well, I don't know if you noticed this. Look at this thing. Look at this diorama in here.
Oh, no, I didn't.
That's pretty crazy. It's not very clear, but
I didn't know. The reason I called it that, when I first started collecting, I got floating shelves that were cherry wood. So it was one of those things. It didn't clash with, the area they were displayed in, and
right.
And then I could, if my wife really got upset, we could take the Transformers off and make it a bookshelf. But
Marriage shelf. I got it.
That's kind of a compromise of how you display your Transformers in the house.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this appears, at least, we're guessing because we don't know, but that in order to put the Transformers somewhere, they couldn't give up the shelf, but they were allowed to take up the top and the middle, and the rest is, other stuff. So I like it. You use the space properly. I really like this. This is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen this one before. So this is they took Unicron. Basically he's got a whole corner of the basement, and then he's got a whole bunch of lights on him. It's really cool. Is this actually? Did we see this? No. I don't think we saw this yet. Let's see what the artwork is. Anybody know? Oh, RC and something.
Oh, looks like Metroplex and Triptychon fighting from Dreamwave.
I always like some artwork, so I like it. Here's a shelf for you.
Yeah, that's great.
So some Nemesis, and so sometimes I wish they would just back out a little so I can see the context, but I do like a focus shelf like that. It's kind of neat.
They're all posed differently, which is good.
And they put them on top of a trailer, so they, good use of the trailer. This is a continuation of another. So remember I showed you those Fans Toys one? This is a continuation of that one. I think this could stand to have a little bit more posing, but I like the mixture, the scale, the sizes.
Mm-hmm.
So another unique, I don't know where they got this furniture type of thing, but that's DX9 Omega Supreme. And he's got another like half a foot to a foot above it. So this is massive. This is a huge cabinet. Like one of the biggest cabinets I've seen someone put Transformers into. This is huge. So in order to fill this space, you kind of need, I don't know, jets hanging down from the top or a really tall riser. I don't know what you would do. Maybe put a poster back there.
Yeah, it is a challenge with all that negative space and openness in the back. Something to kind of tie it all in, even if it was just like you're saying, some sort of background image, like show a sky or something.
Yeah, I think a background might help out.
Mm-hmm.
I like the display. It's a huge space.
Yeah, and they also make acrylic shelves
Oh,
that you can secure. I'm not sure if you want to put a screw through that, but they have acrylic shelves you can secure with adhesive, with like a strong sticky tape, or just do that. Take double-sided sticky tape on an adhesive shelf, and he could have extra space there.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's basically a floating shelf, but the problem is, it's hard to secure through the back of this bookcase.
right. Yeah, I like the furniture. I just think you need something to break it up. Yeah, you got some kind of weird noise, Ajay.
No, I've actually been muting my mic like 90%
Oh,
of the time.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see if it goes away if I mute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's Michael
All right. Well, there we go.
accusing me this whole time. I was literally muted 90% of the time because I felt bad.
Sorry, dude. Sorry. Oh wait, we still
Nope,
have
it's
it.
not me. Not
We
me this
still have
time.
it. Well, we're sorry about the audio feedback. We're coming to the end here anyway, so we're probably going to end pretty soon. Here's another fans toys only type of shelf. I like the top shelf. It fills the space. I think it looks like he's ready to put 2 more figures in. Right? He left space for 2 more.
Yes.
So he can even put in a riser, and this is the way I have my Springer displayed. He's on a riser above the rest of them in a helicopter mode.
Yeah. Alt mode basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall I like it, but it looks like you're waiting to put 2 more figures here. All right, here's another one. Really well lit, but I don't think you guys even notice up here. There's
you can't see the top at all, the top figures. So
there's 3 combiners up here. You got Omega Supreme, Guardian, and Metroplex, and then a bunch. Are these legends? They look like legends. I think they're legends.
it could be that or a mix of retail as well.
And it might be just because this is so bright, the camera captured this and missed all of this. But I like the way this looks.
Yeah, Amazon, you can even buy like spotlights that you just stick to the ceiling.
Oh, up here, yeah.
Yeah, and you can just shine them straight down.
Yeah, I do like these though. I like the way these shelves look. They're kind of balanced. Sorry, we saw this already, so I'm going to skip it. Now, this one, instead of showing me the collection, for some reason, I got 3 pictures with the Ghostbusters Optimus Prime, and it's in front of his collection. But if you look at it, he has a ton of retail figures. He's got a lot. And it's not even, it's off camera, so you can't see it all. But there is shelf after shelf after shelf of retail. They're all posed straight. It kind of looks like a museum, but it is cool because he filled the space. Like they're not too far apart.
Yeah. I want to ask the guy how or girl, excuse me, but how he determined which figures go on which shelf, how their space. Is he doing, I can't see if they're like all deluxe on one end and then Voyager and Leader or something like that, but just determining which ones sit where.
I want to see a retail collection where they make like a shape out of all the retail collections. Like the face of Abraham Lincoln made out of pennies. I want to see like Optimus Prime's face made out of all the retail in the box.
All right, this is very cool. It still has the problem I mentioned before, but he put a little more space between the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So you can kind of see, but like this one, you can tell, right? You're not going to be able to see the head if you're looking and you're standing, within 4 or 5 feet. But I like how he's used up the space and overall, and then you got the sword up here. That's kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on here. There's a TV or an iPad. Maybe that's how he watches TV. But it looks like a corner shelf. Pretty simple display.
It's bizarre having Chomp there though. No.
It's a little off-putting because he's in alt mode and he's almost the height of, up to the waist of Unicron.
Like he's got Cup and Hot Rod in this
Yeah.
chomp.
Well, these work because they're in alt mode and they're small,
Right. No, but I mean in terms of character grouping.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. I got you. All right, here's another pretty well laid out.
Yeah,
shop.
I like it. Yeah.
And it's that furniture. It's the same furniture.
Yeah, I mean, but like the posing is great,
Yeah.
Posing's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is another one of my favorites because of the spacing and the posing. This was unique. So this was the only picture I got that had helmets in it. So it's got I've never seen this one. I didn't know this existed. The Optimus one is from GameStop. And then I think these two are also Hasbro Pulse or GameStop. But I think this is cool. I like the mix of helmets kind of together.
Yeah.
It's just hard to tell with the context of it, but it's kind of neat.
Yeah, now I'm curious about that Rodimus helmet. I've never seen one before, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I wonder
if someone in the comments knows what this is, unless maybe it's a custom, but you know where to get this. That's pretty cool. I've never seen it before. Actually, you know what? I don't think it's a helmet. I think it's just a display piece. Because look, it's solid on the bottom.
Okay. By the way, it's cool. I like it.
Yeah, I like it. Another Decepticon shelf. Yeah, so when you get to black, you need a lot of light.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what's outside of this, so you got a kind of a small context picture. I like the posing though. I like what he's got them doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's neat. I think we looked at that one already. All right, here's another one with kind of stuff on top. It's got a light up Autobot logo, and then some figures mixed here. I don't know. Let me see what it is. Oh, they're Legos. Okay, so got some Lego figures on the top.
Oh, okay.
And then you got some MP stuff, kind of big mix of stuff. Yeah, so it's a good use of space, but again, I hate the bottom shelf. I can't stand it because I can't even see what's back there.
So that's which defense for guys. Oh.
So this I've never seen before. I don't know.
So this is where your question about how much you spend on displays come into place, because those look like Magic cases.
Oh, is that what it is?
And that's those are custom made to specification. They're about 2,500 plus. So those are definitely high end. Those are neat.
Fancy asks, which defensor are you guys in on, XGB or MMC? I'll answer. Mine is going to be MMC, but I've got the XTB G2, so I kind of double dipped there.
My answer to which one is yes, for crazy reasons.
Both.
Yes.
Sanjay?
I got the Like Toys Defensor, and then I'm going to get the G2 XTB. I totally forgot to get Joke on G2. I actually
All right,
got to order that tonight.
your audio has definitely deteriorated. I think you should probably quit and come back if you can. Sanjay, if you can quit the stream and come back, that'll probably help. But this past time, you sounded like a robot. All right. But yeah, this is beautiful. Did you see the QC sticker?
Yeah, I did like that.
QC past 31.
So
that's pretty funny.
But yeah, that's a beautiful premium way to display your collection. I mean, those are just that you just can't really say anything other than it's a great display.
He's got dios in every shelf.
Mm-hmm. So, but no, it looks really cool. Where?
Did you see this on top? What is this?
I can't. Other than that, could be like a custom It kind of looks like Unicron's kind of digging into Cybertron, maybe.
Oh, someone says he's transforming.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is he like coming out of planet mode? I don't know. Or what you said. He's attacking Cybertron. Either way, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very unique. I have not seen something like that, and I haven't seen cases like this before either.
Yeah, there's
For a fact, it's Magic Case for sure.
those look identical to another YouTube reviewer that we both are know. In his display
you
case.
Could say his name is Bobby
Okay.
Stelfner.
Yeah, that's something Bobby's using. And another friend of ours, Carl, just told me earlier this week that he bought his first Magic Case.
Oh, okay.
So-
Yeah, I really like that. All right. I'm going to try to go a little faster here since we're way late here. But that's a lot of details.
That is, and that's another friend of ours. That this is Deformer. He was in the chat earlier, but he's been
Deformers.
Yeah, he's been he's kind of was when I first started getting collecting. I saw his channel and started just gushing over his creativity with his custom pieces.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know, these are all custom made little rock pieces and kind of displays and backgrounds. I love the way he has it kind of sliding through the whole thing. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This is unique. I hadn't seen something like this. So bookcases, but all different sizes. And he's put this box in the right size shelf. So like they all fit very nicely in the shelf they're in. That's beautifully done.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Beautiful.
I enjoy that.
The only one I'm not, again, bottom shelf, but I can't see this Pretty King. But other than that, I love this.
Mm-hmm.
I really love this. Oh, there's.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Hey.
No problem, man.
All right, there we go. This is really cool. So this is another like aquarium style. It's a gigantic case. I think these are legends.
Yeah, because that's Utopia.
Make toys, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got a dio on the bottom for the floor. Big glass case and a bunch of legends with a Titan. This is really well done. This is a unique way to display legends. I think it works. By the way, your sound is fixed now. So.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just my phone batteries are low. I almost wonder if it's worth putting Utopia in like one of his alt modes for that.
Oh, like a base.
Yeah. Or
that would be cool.
The aircraft carrier mode maybe.
Yeah.
Where like you can like put legends on him, like he's carrying them. Because obviously it's not tall enough for him to be in full robot mode, and the gun kind of hides his face. It is cool. It's cool. I'm down with it. I'm just saying, if he ever gets bored with kind of looking at it all the time, maybe flip him into an alt mode.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
I asked last week about legends because last week our topic was legends, and the problem with legends is they're hard to display, but this is beautiful. It's really, even though they're short, the space is filled, or not filled, but it's balanced.
So going with that, a question for you and for maybe in the chat is like, if you have your displays and you have your figures all set up, do you go through and like randomly change some of the posing or
all the time
in between alt mode and vehicle mode?
Yeah.
All the time, yeah.
Oh, John Burkhammer says it looks like a Kira's son's helmet collection. Oh, Kira's son is the guy whose collection it is.
Okay, yeah, no, he's
the Rodimus helmet is 3D printed. Okay, that's why.
Cool.
Custom.
Okay.
I heard if you put the helmet on, you start doubting yourself.
I like it. Yep, another DTOF. I'm gonna go faster. Well, this is no good because it's turned, but this is a desk collection, so you kind of have to turn your head.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Everything is knocked over. I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but everything is knocked over. Like almost every bot on the table, except for Cosmo.
Well,
Is it-
whoever has this, so hopefully in the comment section for the stream tonight, explain the photo because
Yeah,
I'm
let me,
curious.
Yeah, but they may or may not be in the chat. I'm gonna try to see
Mhm.
if I can rotate it because it's too hard to look at.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna be dedicated fans, and they're gonna watch the stream anyway, so they can answer us. Hopefully,
I don't know how to rotate it. Never mind.
Mark Johnson says cats.
Yeah, I'm really curious what's going on here. Oh, it might be. That actually a good answer. It might be cats. It might be cats. Yeah, except for Hotspot standing tall. So. All right, next. Here's another mix. Say mostly, and actually, it's all legends, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I like this.
No, it's
He's got
good.
some
It's well spaced. They're all, a lot of them have good poses.
risers. You got the combiners in the back. I really
Yeah,
like
I mean,
it.
this is all the season 1 Decepticon.
Yeah.
And I guess what's nice about Legends, he can have Devastator and the Constructicons in the same space.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I specifically asked for legends displays, so thank you guys for sending them in because I was really curious how they look together, and it kind of looks good. I like it.
Yeah, this looks good.
Mhm.
Different levels spaced apart. Oh, wow. Look at this.
Yeah,
That's nice.
These
Yeah,
are custom cabinets for sure. This middle one solves the problem I have because it's got a whole base. So that's awesome. I don't mind these because the bottom shelf is clear. So I'm okay with it because you can see through it.
Okay.
But these are obviously custom. I've never seen these anywhere.
Yeah, and this just goes to show you with the few figures on a shelf how much nicer it looks,
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
These are big, long shelves. They're tall, and he's still only got, 7 figures per shelf,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's got the combiners on top. I think that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
His box display is up here for, I guess those are Dinobots.
Yeah, and he's got spotlighting too. Like he's got track lighting or something.
That's beautiful. I like it.
Yeah.
I think we're coming to the end here. This might be the same guy. Okay,
The
so
same one. Yeah.
yeah, he just zoomed in. That looks really good.
Yeah.
Holy cow! Look at that.
And look, just look at. He's got all the Dinobots on one shelf, and it looks fantastic.
Yes.
Did you see
all
this?
Of them occupying one cohesive space.
He's got
that looks
all
awesome.
the Stunicons down below.
Yeah, that is
alt modes.
Cool.
Alt modes on your bottom shelf.
This is really impressive. I really like this a lot.
Yeah.
On this the other side, that looks good too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think we're
good look. He's got all the Dinobot alt modes all on one shelf. Fantastic.
Cool.
Oh, this? Oh, right here. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I love that.
So this is the last picture. So it's a good one to end on. But that's the middle shelf. Yeah, beautiful. You got
all well spaced and a mix of bot and alts.
And look, this is the positive of having all glass shelves. He only has 4 lights lighting that whole thing.
Right. Oh, at the top. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, just those 4 lights just transmit all the way down.
I mean, if I found a piece of furniture like this, I would buy it.
Yeah, it's tough. They're expensive too. They're like close to $2,000.
This?
Wow.
Yeah, case like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's expensive furniture. I mean, it does the job and it looks fantastic. And he's putting the effort and thought into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was the last picture. Thank you guys for sending in all those pics. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think we'll be back next week. I don't know what the topic is yet. But we'll be back. Are you going to join us again, Sanjay?
Oh, yeah, definitely. The topic will be, why are there so many Nemesis Primes out last week? There were like 7 Nemesis rebates announced within like a 2-day period.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was cool.
It's cool.
Mike, you have anything to add?
No. Again, everyone, thank you for sending Sony the pictures. It's cool because there's so many times everyone has when you start going through a collection, everyone has their Prime, they have their Megatron, they have all this. They have a lot of the similar figures we all have. It's the creativity of how you're going to pose them and how you display these guys. That's what's inspiring to me to look at. As how everyone puts their collection, puts the time and thought into this, because it is a labor of love. I mean, you're investing a fair amount into your hobby. So how you display that is just it's just something that's really cool to see.
Yeah, I definitely appreciated seeing. So if there was any question, tonight was about appreciating other people's collections and how they display and ideas that we may have not known or seen before. So that's why we did this, just to kind of see what's out there.
Mm-hmm.
If I did critique you, my apologies. I wouldn't mean to critique, but main goal here was to kind of learn. So I definitely saw some new stuff that now I'm kind of inspired to change this up a little bit.
Cool.
Get some new furniture maybe. But thanks for sending all the stuff in. We'll be back next week. Thanks, Mike and Sanjay, for joining.
Yep, thanks for the invite.
Yeah,
I
thanks.
think you guys will be more regular guests maybe in the future.
Definitely.
And we'll see you guys next week.
All right. See you guys.
All right.
Have a great weekend.
Later.
Take care. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.